What's up YouTube, Saf here on Super Saf TV, and in this video we're going to be looking at the key differences between the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus and the iPhone 7 Plus. So we've got the larger flagships here, both from Samsung and Apple, and although the iPhone 7 Plus is a few months old now, this is currently what's available. So starting off with the size, the S8 Plus is slightly taller, 1.2mm, and it's also slightly thicker at 0.8mm. It is, however, 4.5mm smaller in terms of the width, and it also weighs 15 grams less compared to the 7 Plus. Now that is pretty impressive considering the fact that the S8 Plus has a 6.2-inch display compared to the 5.5-inch display of the 7 Plus. This largely comes down to the smaller bezels of the S8 Plus, and we also have a new aspect ratio, 18.5:9 compared to 16:9 on the 7 Plus. The reasoning behind this new ratio is because we're scrolling a lot these days on our phones. That way you can get more into your display, and that extra real estate is going to be especially useful when you're using things like multi-window. The S8 Plus has a Super AMOLED display versus the LED backlit display on the 7 Plus. And the S8 Plus also has a higher resolution, Quad HD Plus, compared to Full HD on the 7 Plus. The 7 Plus does have a full pressure sensitive display, so you can push down harder on certain icons and things to get more options. With the S8 Plus, you do have a pressure sensitive home button, but that is the only area that's pressure sensitive. Overall, I would have to give the edge here to the S8 Plus because of the larger display, the high resolution, as well as the Super AMOLED technology, which does give you deeper blacks and more vibrant colors. Now looking at the build of both of these, both of them are very premium. The S8 Plus has a metal frame with Gorilla Glass 5 panels on the front and back, which are curved on both sides. This and the fact that the S8 Plus is narrower does make it a lot more comfortable to hold in one hand compared to the 7 Plus. The 7 Plus has a full metal build and is still very premium, but it is the same design that we've had from the iPhone 6. Not much has changed other than the antenna bands and the few new colors that we have now. Design, however, will come down to your personal preference, and both of these do have water and dust resistance, IP68 on the S8 Plus and IP67 on the 7 Plus. Now in terms of the internals, the S8 Plus has the Snapdragon 835, and it will be the first commercially available device with this processor, and there is an Exynos 8895 version depending on where you're from with 4GB of RAM. The iPhone 7 Plus has the Apple A10 Fusion chip with 3GB of RAM and an embedded M10 Motion coprocessor. Now, which one of these is faster, we'll have to determine in a full speed test when we've got the latest version of the S8 Plus with the final software. But no doubt, both of these are going to be some of the fastest devices out there. Now, in terms of the memory, the S8 Plus has 64GB of storage. The iPhone 7 Plus comes in 32, 128, and 256GB options, all at different prices. The S8 Plus, however, does have a micro SD card slot, so you can expand that storage. With the iPhone 7 Plus, you are stuck with what you get. Now for the cameras, the S8 Plus has a 12-megapixel camera with optical image stabilization and f1.7 aperture, as well as dual pixel autofocus. Now, although on paper this may seem pretty much the same as what we had last year, we do have some improvements in image processing. When you take an image on the S8 Plus, it's actually going to take multiple images together and then take information from all of the images to give you one crisp image. The iPhone 7 Plus is no slouch either. You've got a dual 12-megapixel camera setup. The main camera is wide angle with an f1.8 aperture as well as optical image stabilization. And the second is a telephoto lens with an f2.8 aperture and no optical image stabilization. This will give you optical zoom, and it's really useful in certain situations. And you also have a portrait mode, which is going to blur the background. Both of these also support 4K video, and the S8 has an 8-megapixel front-facing camera with an f1.7 aperture as well as face detection autofocus. The iPhone 7 Plus has a 7-megapixel front-facing camera with an f2.2 aperture. Now for the cameras, we are going to have to do some side-by-side Super Saf style camera tests, so if you want to see those, then make sure you subscribe and switch on notifications. And as soon as the retail version of the S8 Plus is available with the latest software, I'll be sure to do those. For the operating systems, you've got Android versus iOS, the latest versions on here. The S8 Plus does have Samsung's UI on top, which is going to give you some additional features because of that new aspect ratio. But with the 7 Plus, you are going to be getting those stock updates quicker compared to that of the S8 Plus. Now, which is better is going to come down to your personal preference. Both devices have a fingerprint scanner. The fingerprint scanner has now been moved to the back for the S8 Plus, and for the iPhone 7 Plus, it is at the front in place of the home button. You've got Samsung Pay on the S8 Plus versus Apple Pay on the iPhone 7 Plus, and the S8 Plus also has some additional security features such as an iris scanner as well as facial recognition. There's a USB Type-C connector on the S8 Plus as well as a headphone jack. And with the iPhone 7 Plus, you have a Lightning connector and no headphone jack. Apple do include a Lightning to 3.5mm converter inside the box of the 7 Plus, as well as Lightning earpods. However, this can be an inconvenience for a lot of people. The S8 Plus is going to come with earphones from AKG. These are going to be worth $99. And Samsung have said that they're going to be including these inside the box. For the speakers, the S8 Plus only has a single bottom firing speaker. The 7 Plus, however, does have stereo speakers, so for the speaker department, the 7 Plus does get the win here. On the virtual assistant side of things, you've got Siri on the iPhone 7 Plus, and on the S8 Plus, you have Bixby. Now, Bixby is the new advanced assistant that Samsung have introduced. And as well as voice assistants, it also has vision. So you can take pictures of things such as a book or a QR code, street sign, etc. And it's going to help you find information about those things. If you want to see a detailed comparison of Bixby versus Siri, then definitely let me know in the comment section below. Now, moving on to the batteries, the 7 Plus has a 2900 mAh battery. The S8 Plus has a 3500 mAh battery. Neither of these are removable, and we will have to check out usage because the S8 Plus is pushing out more pixels and we are running different operating systems here. But the S8 Plus does support fast charging as well as fast wireless charging. So you do have an additional option to charge on the S8 Plus, but as well as that, you are going to be getting much quicker charging times. Pricing will differ depending on where you're from, but expect to pay premium prices for both of these devices. And the 7 Plus is available to buy right now, whereas the S8 Plus will be coming out on the 21st of April 2017. So there we have it, guys, the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus versus the iPhone 7 Plus. Very interesting to see the differences here. The S8 Plus is the newer device, so you do have some more advantages on the S8 Plus's side. But once we have the iPhone 8 or iPhone Edition or whatever it's going to be called, we'll redo this comparison at that time. Which do you think is better? Which do you like overall? Drop me a comment below and let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then please do hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help me out. And if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe and switch on notifications. There's lots more content coming up on here. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on Super Saf TV, and I'll see you next time.